what is good from a rather chilly, although it's pretty sunny, Cape Town. We are on the way. I just got a call for a snake in a warehouse that's trapped on a box in some packaging tape or box tape. So it's likely going to be a Cape Cobra or a mole snake, particularly in that area. Not 100% sure, but we are going to go see and hopefully we can cut it loose from the box.
200 meters.
So we just arrived in the factory here, and now we're going to find where the snake has been hiding in amongst all these boxes. Cool, so we've got a juvenile Cape Cobra that is very stuck. Shame, you can see we're going to have to cut this tape, but I've got the mechanisms to do so. So we're going to cut this piece of tape. You can see it was here. See where the scales started to come off. See, it's wanting to bite the tape now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take the snake back with me, because if we try pull the tape off, it's gonna take all the scales off the snake. So when I go home, put in some lukewarm water, and then we're gonna put some oil on there, and then it gently will pull it off. Otherwise we're gonna injure this poor snake. But it still looks like it's in okay condition. Just take another picture quickly.
It's a spitting cobra, eh?
No, it's a Cape Cobra.
It's a Cape Cobra, knew it.
Yeah, there's no spitting cobras here in Cape Town.
Yeah.
We get a black spitting cobra there up in the Cedarburg and the Makwaland.
Yeah. It's still young, eh?
Yeah, it's a small one, shame.
But you can't say it's young. So I wonder now, so how the guy's gonna win?
Cool, so we are back at my apartment, and as you can see, here is the little Cape Cobra that is still relatively stuck to this paper. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pop him in this plastic container. Just going to pop him out the bucket. Shame, I have no idea how long this poor guy has been stuck like this. But you can see we just transferred him, and I've just got some neutral oil here, and you guys can see that. Shame, he's hooding up. But I've got a bit of neutral oil here, which typically neutralizes the glue. I've done this quite a lot in the past, working with snakes being stuck on packaging tape, so it isn't something I'm unfamiliar with, so it should be relatively simple. So we begin with just pouring a little bit of oil, actually, just in and around the container. You can see the snake's obviously quite defensive still. And the reason we pour this oil on is to try and get rid of as much of the sticky glue as possible without the snake, of course, trying to bite us. Of course, the animal is just incredibly afraid at this point. I mean, who knows how long it's actually been stuck in this glue. So we're gonna start at the back. I'm going to leave that part on his head or his chest region, just so we can try to remain as safe as possible. I've actually got my snake tubes downstairs. I should probably get them, but for the moment we're going to be alright. We're going to start at the tail here, gently. So just a little update. We've got probably about 80% of the tape off this animal already. This oil solution really works well. You can see now I'm not even pulling the tape, I'm just holding the animal gently, and it is just starting to got a ventral scale. There you go. It was a lot simpler than I thought it was. You can see here he's lost a couple of scales, but that really isn't too much of a worry. And like I said, when we originally caught him, he's got a little bit of glue on the side here, so I'm gonna take this little earbud, or a Q-tip as they call it, and I'm just gonna gently I'm just restraining him here with the forceps, and we're just gently rubbing it just to get rid of some of that excess glue. So here's just an update. I've just been soaking this young Cape Cobra in a little bit of a lukewarm water solution with a little bit of non-toxic biodegradable soap, just to get off that excess oil. As I explained earlier, if you leave the oil on, it will cause the scales to fall off and soften. So we don't want to do that. So I'm going to just let it swim around here for a couple minutes, and then we're going to dry it off, and I'm just going to put a lid on this container, and we're going to keep it for a day or two just to make sure that it's all good and it's just had a chance to recover a bit and get a bit of water. And the next clip you see, we will be getting this young snake released. So here's that young Cape Cobra that is now ready for release after getting unstuck from all that dreadful tape. You can see he's really feisty within reason, and should be just ready to go. I would be a little bit worried if the snake was lethargic and just acting really strangely, but as you can see from this video, the snake is completely fine. So I'm just going to grab it on my rather overly sized hook stick that I have here, give you a better idea of the speckles and color of this animal. It's an absolutely beautiful specimen. These young Cape Cobras are typically quite defensive like this, so this is quite usual for the posture, whereas the larger ones just try to get away for the most part. But I'm just going to pick it up on my exceptionally oversized hook stick that I have here, and we're just going to place it amongst these rocks, and it should sort of go off and do its own thing. While I'm still here, it's going to be quite defensive and hooding like this, so it's not going to go anywhere. So we're just going to leave it here, and we're going to carry on. I'm going to scratch around a bit.